you gonna be? Say that you're gonna be. Yeah.
Hello everyone, welcome to my week of workouts video. I'm showing you how I went from this to this in just a few months. So even though I've been more focused on running, I still have a few gym days so that I don't lose my muscle mass. And Sundays are for back days. I do this because Sundays I typically work and I don't have the most time, and this Sunday I had even less time, so I wasn't able to do the entire workout, but I started with a nice resistance band warm up. I did this to just kind of warm up the muscles, and it didn't take long, took about 5 minutes or so. I did about 20 reps of each exercise, not including the stretches, of course. I know these neck stretches aren't necessarily a back stretch or a back warm up, but because it's Sunday, it's early in the morning, I typically get up around 4 to 6 a.m. and immediately get ready for the gym. I eat and then I head out. Those neck stretches really just help me wake up because I haven't woken up fully by the time I get to the gym. To get started with the actual workout, I'm doing a lat pull down, and I've got 45 pounds on there on each side. And typically I like to warm up on an exercise before I just start adding weight. But like I said, I was pressed for time and I did do a substantial warm up in the beginning. Here I had forgot that I didn't have anything to wipe down the machine with, so I went to go grab the bottle and the towel. This particular gym is pretty much self-serve. It's 24 hours. You just check in, you clean up after yourself, of course. You check yourself out. They don't really have anybody to come clean the machines regularly, so it's very important that I had that bottle and that towel. And here's just a rear view of the workout that I was doing. I did 4 sets of about 6 to 10. This was my last set, so I hit about 6 or 7 here. But the other sets I hit around 8 to 10 on a regular. And then here I have the incline row, I think it is. I'm just spitballing here. Now this is a heavy machine, so it's about 50 pounds or so. I only have 25-pound plates on each side. I am still new to this machine, trying to figure out how it works. And here I'm just showing you what I'm listening to. Bones Exposed by Mice and Men. If you know, you know. If you don't, go find out. Now I have these face pulls. I was having a little bit of difficulty with these. The spacing in this gym is not the best. It's a pretty small gym with a lot of equipment. So I was just working with what I had in this area. Then I finished with some back extensions. I was having a lot of difficulty with this machine. It's actually supposed to be a little lower because I am only 5'4", and I was not tall enough for the setting that it was currently on, but I worked with what I had. Now Monday, I typically start my day with some sort of walk or jog depending on what I have time for. So I started the day with this nice light jog. I think I did about a mile or so, and then I walked for a little bit. Then later in the day, I got a call from my sister and we decided to go play pickleball together. Now my sister recently moved home, and this gives us a chance to really hang out and talk to each other. I wish you guys could hear the commentary because we talk so much crap to each other. If you guys haven't already and you've been thinking about it, go to Amazon, buy a pickleball racket and ball, and just find a friend and try this out. It's actually super easy. You don't have to be extremely coordinated. My sister and I picked it up very well, and we've never been super athletic people. Here we are back in the gym for a glute day. Once again, I was pressed for time. My sister had to work, so we only had about an hour to work with in the gym. And with the two of us, it takes quite a while with adjusting machines. She's much taller than I am. Her legs are much longer. So we did a few major movements and then called it a day. We started with 4 sets of 12 front squats on the Smith machine. Then we moved on to step ups. I'm using the Smith machine for support because they don't really have a good area at this gym for step ups. I'm using about 35 pounds in this video. If you're watching this and you're going to implement this into your own workouts, I recommend slowing this movement down a little bit. This was my last set and I was just ready to be done. Everything hurt at this point. And now I'm on the seated adduction machine. This was the last exercise we had time for. I chose the adduction machine as opposed to the abduction machine because at the beginning of the workout we did banded abduction work. I unfortunately lost that footage, so you're gonna have to take my word for it. Now my favorite workout of the week is HIIT workouts. I do 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off for 5 rounds of each exercise. It takes me about 30 to 45 minutes and gets me in and out super quick. With this, I started with jumping rope for 5 minutes just to warm my body up. Like I said earlier in the pickleball video, I am super uncoordinated. So practicing jumping rope, doing box jumps, these types of movements really help with my coordination, and I absolutely love using the med balls or these slam balls, I think they call them at Crunch specifically. I feel like Superwoman when I use them. I don't know, they make me feel extra strong and they're my favorite. Now this movement, I'm not gonna lie, I saw them do this in some sort of YouTube video. I don't think my ball is heavy enough. I use the heaviest ball available, which is about 30 or 35 pounds. And I see the benefit. I was trying to really focus on what my body was doing as opposed to how heavy the weight was, but I still don't think it was heavy enough. And I would like to apologize for some of these angles because I was using my smaller tripod for my camera. This specific video, I was using my regular tripod for my phone. And in my glute day video, I'm actually not allowed to record in that Planet Fitness. Please don't sue me. I had to use my smaller tripod for that as well, so I didn't get in trouble. If you haven't used these ropes, if you have access to a crunch and you've just been avoiding these ropes, stop avoiding them. I was not expecting this workout to tire me out the way that it did, especially for 30 seconds. I had it on the 3rd or 4th resistance, and this workout is worth it. Every little bit of worth it. I actually have a mutual on social media. We used to work together and I think she swears by this. I've seen her do this in a lot of her videos. I'll probably tag her below. But she inspired me to do this and I'm so glad I did. I finished with this row machine because they removed all the stationary bikes from this room, so this was the only option that I had for cardio. You'll see in this next clip that I finished the day with a run. I had a 5K at the end of the week, So I did a speed run just to kind of like shake out some of the jitters and make sure that I stayed on my running regime. I don't like running with my camera. I'm scared that I'm gonna drop it. So there are some clips from my phone. And then Friday was kind of my off day. I do group fitness training. So I did get a bit of a workout working out with the patrons of the gym. But aside from that, I didn't really do much. I kind of went for, a little walk and relax because on Saturday I had my first official 5K. Now, I don't have much footage from this 5K. As you can see, I'm playing with my medal. It spins, it lights up. It's the coolest thing I've ever had. And I'm really just excited that I finished this. This was on my bingo card for the year. So yeah, that's my week of workouts. I hope you found this inspirational and helpful in some sort of way. And I hope you're inspired to play pickleball at least once. Just do it. For the vibes, for the aesthetic. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have an amazing day and a great week of workouts this week. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, and leave a comment of which one of these you're willing to try. Okay, bye.